Welcome back everyone to my 5th interview. I know it's been a while. I know it has. Today I have a very special guest with me, and that very special guest is MudanTV. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing actually phenomenal. It may be early morning, but I'm ready to go. I have all the energy I need.
Sounds good.
Before we start off, would you like to explain your channel and what you do?
Well, I used to do reviews, and now I don't do anything. Sadly.
You love to see it. I think you've just been more busy with editing, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. I do have a couple of videos coming up soon, in a couple months, year, I don't know.
They'll come.
Eventually.
We'll be there. So the first question is obviously some of the basic ones. Number one, what's your favorite type of anime?
I think maybe like thriller, shonen. God, not shonen. It's the other word.
Seinen.
Seinen, yeah.
I love those things.
So yeah.
That's like Attack on Titan, right?
Yeah. Promised Neverland, Death Note, Steins Gate.
All really, really good ones. What's your favorite anime? If you had to go over all of them.
Death Note, definitely.
Most definitely a very good series. Is there a character you relate to in anime?
Oh god, that's a good question. I think it's hard to say. Maybe the guy from Reincarnated as a Slime, to a certain degree.
That's Rintaro, I believe, right?
Yeah, because I only remember that because I feel I really didn't like isekai back in the day, but recently they've started to incorporate more normal people in their shows, like actual people with lives and jobs. So I remember him being a pretty normal person, so I guess yeah.
On my avatar is who I relate to. It's 3 characters in anime. Mine is Gintoki Sakata from Gintama.
Good choice.
Kazuma Sato from Konosuba, and Asta from Black Clover. I have very slice of personalities from each of them. I can be a little bit lazy like Gintoki, and kind of a dick like Kazuma. I'm also hardworking like Asta, so that's how I always incorporate myself. I'm a hardworking, lazy piece of garbage.
Well, at least you didn't pick loudness from Asta, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm not that loud. I can be, but I'm not extremely loud. I don't think. I hope not.
Thankfully, we have microphones between us, so it peaks, and I don't have to hear that much soon.
This is so sad. Okay, number 2. What is it like being the absolute goated editor?
Awesome and tiresome.
I got that question from Discord too.
Oh.
So someone, I forgot who it was, but someone wanted me to ask that too. So I was more than willing to ask that because you are the goated editor.
That's a lot of pressure to put somebody on.
You're welcome. It's all part of me, man. I gotta put that pressure on you. What's your favorite game of all time?
Okay. I haven't played it in a while, but Black and White 2. Have you heard of it?
Black and White 2. That isn't the Pokemon ones, right?
No. It's a game from Lionhead Studios. It's you're pretty much a god. You can literally pick up people, build villages, I don't know, do magic. And it's also an isekai, in a way, before isekais were cool.
I actually just looked up pictures. I never played it, but it does look fun.
Yeah, you're just looking down from the heavens and just an ominous hand and can do pretty much whatever you want with everybody.
I think one of my favorite games of all time is always Skyrim. I actually did a stream yesterday or last night of the time of recording this where I play Skyrim again, which is like the 5th time I played it. I beat Skyrim once, and then the rest of the time I'm just doing side quests and DLCs. So Skyrim's one of those games that you can just have an adventure all the time, and It's just one of my favorite games.
I mean, unlimited stuff to do with the mods and stuff.
Oh, the mods are amazing. I'm doing the streaming on just the mods itself. So I'm gonna level up so I can become Super Saiyan God and fight viewers. That's clearly what you do in Skyrim.
Hell yeah.
So kind of going, what is your greatest accomplishment?
Having money in my bank account, I guess. Not being dead, surviving, finishing university, having a degree. Yeah, I'm gonna go with having a degree. Wait, no, I got a better one. Yeah, greatest accomplishment, editing for the Anime Man. That's actually, yeah.
That's really cool. Don't you edit for a trash taste too?
Yeah, but like, nah, that's second tier, B tier.
Yeah, that isn't as hard.
Not the same.
So going away from accomplishments and all that stuff, What's your favorite type of food to eat?
Rice with sour cream.
Very good choice.
Is it?
I'm a big fan of. I've had rice with sour cream. I do like it.
Okay.
You're not the only one, man. My favorite food is curry with rice. I love curry.
That's a good choice.
I can actually cook a pretty decent curry. I like spicy curry.
Do you like the really spicy stuff?
No. I'm like a mild spicy guy.
Okay, that's fair.
I've had spicy. I like it, but I also hate it at the same time. So just kind of burns my mouth a little bit. I'm spinning up flames
From each end.
throughout your entire life. Has there been anything that happened to you personally that was embarrassing? Not just to you as just one of the most embarrassing things that happened to you.
God, I don't know. I can just remember maybe in school just saying the wrong answer to a teacher's question out loud when she didn't even ask me, and looking stupid, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really that embarrassing, but it was when I bought a large rubber dildo for my videos, just to explain to people why I have it for my videos. That was a bit embarrassing, but like, kind of not. I don't know.
But also kind of funny. I remember those videos. I really did. So now we're getting into more job-based questions, like as an editor and maybe YouTuber. But as someone who has turned editing into his job, or more or less into his job, what are some of your favorite aspects of your job?
Favorite aspect? The fact that I like editing, it's fun. So in a way, it's less of a job where I feel like I have to do it and it's mundane, because I actually do like doing it. I can stay up late if needed to, because it's kind of fun to me. But also on the other hand, since now there's a lot of it, if you do something fun for a long time, it stops being that fun. So that's the worst part and also the best part.
I can see why. I enjoy editing. I'm not really that good at it, but I do enjoy it. The only part I find the most troublesome for me is the audio, but that's usually an easier thing to do. It's usually takes me, depending on how long the video is, it takes me a while, but I can get through the audio pretty well. And then it can take me up to anywhere between a couple hours to the whole day to do audio. I'm just not the best at it, so...
I mean, yeah, if you do it on a daily basis, it like sips creativity, and I mean, it's just, you need to find a balance between making videos, like editing, and finding time for yourself.
So going to a similar aspect, what made you want to become an editor?
I really never wanted to become an editor. I just wanted to make videos, but then I figured why not make money, and that's why I became an editor.
Yeah, why would I? You need to make money. That is true about life. I have a part-time job. Obviously, I gotta pay off those college bills.
Is it a secret what you do, or?
No, not really. I work at a hotel,
Okay.
so I'm a maid.
Oh, I used to work as a porter. I guess that's what you call them.
At
At a hotel.
hotel.
Wait,
Or,
what's the
okay.
like bag boy, and the one who like carries the bags, takes the cars away and stuff.
You made some amazing content in your channel. You cannot lie to yourself. What was your first video to hit 1,000 views, and what was your reaction when that first hit?
I can't honestly remember it anymore. I know it's either one of the Why People Hate Anime series video, or it was the Why Episode Reviewers Suck. Either one of those. And I mean, of course, when your first video hits to 1,000 views, you're ecstatic. So I can't imagine I was anything less.
Yeah, as you can probably see from my channel, I only have like 48 subscribers, and I had one video hit 1,000 views, I believe. I haven't checked it recently, but it was like very close. So I'm just gonna assume it's 1,000. But I was very happy. It's at 900 something right now. It's like 950, which is just absurd for someone as small as me to hit.
Yeah.
So we just.
I mean,
But-
the first 100 views, 1,000 views, 10,000, that's all like nice.
Have you ever gotten to the state of mind where all you thought is the editing you're doing wasn't living up to your standards?
Every single video. I
Nice.
mean, that's why I have 2 videos recorded right now, but I haven't touched them or edited them in like, I mean, they've been recorded for like 3 months. I just don't want to edit them because I feel like I can't. Even though I know I could probably finish a video within like 1 or 2 days max. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be shit. I don't want to open it.
I mean, coming from you, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, but there's this kind of pressure on. I mean, the last 2 videos I've made have been quite different, and I want to like continue improving, and I'm not sure if I can. Even though I probably can, I've set it up so I could, but also I feel that it's gonna be shit. I felt the same with the previous one and the one before that, and I don't know. All videos at some point just feel garbage.
Yeah, I think most of my videos that I made, one of them, actually the recent one I just recorded and plan on editing soon, is my Underdogs #2 video, and I made the script in like less than an hour, which is very unusual for me. It usually takes me a lot longer, but I just went like ham on it. I wanted to get it recorded soon, and I just felt like the script might not be good, so I read it over 2 times, and I had someone else read it over, and they were like, dude, that's really good. I'm like, I'm gonna improvise it and make it more shit. And he's like, no, I highly doubt it. So I sent in my audio recording, and which I recently edited as well on the same day. That took me like 3 hours. I sent him the audio, and he still was like, dude, why are you complaining? I'm like, it just, I can most definitely see why, but I most definitely can see why each video can feel like you want to believe that you did it really well, and then there's just sometimes you're just like, did I? And I can most definitely see why it's hard to accept it.
Especially if people put the pressure on you that you're one of the best editors, so it's like,
I joke around saying you're the greatest editor. I believe it, but I usually don't want to just constantly berate that around you, because you are a person, and that is one thing that needs to be spoken a lot about people. So I do, but that's why I told you, I want to just make friends here. I want to actually begin making conversation, not just if it's like, if I got like the anime man on here, obviously I'll be like kind of fanboying because he's like a bigger person here, or even like Nustaku or Giga, but I want to treat them like a normal person as much as possible. Bring down my fanboyness like 10 million degrees. But I most definitely, if like you have the pressure on you, you just take the time that you need. I mean, most definitely, you have a lot of things on your hand, and just, you're good, man. You're really good at what you do, and I think no matter what you make, I think the fan base you have made already will still love you for what you have made, because they like you as a person like I have. I think one of the reasons I like your content is just because you have a personality that I am a big fan of.
Thank you.
I'm going to another section where I'm going on to like a specific YouTube videos. I know you saw this. Weeb Wars. One of my personal favorite series, the one that got me into your channel in the first place. So Weeb Wars is a series on your channel, and the next few questions are about that. How did Weeb Wars come about as a series?
I just wanted to collab with people, and also like shout out smaller YouTubers, and yeah, just try and interact with the community a bit more.
I think that's like one of the reasons why I have the interview series, is because I want to interact with more people, and that's why I ask so many people, big or small. I know I have someone who has less subscribers than me. I have no problem with him getting on, because I want to talk to people. I want to become more well known in the community. I want to actually have friends in the community and not just be this one guy who's off on his own. So I want people to give me help when I need help, such as like if I think a video is shit and I don't have anyone to help me with, then I'm just gonna release a video, or may not release that video. But if I have a second opinion, which usually most of my videos I have a second opinion on now, and most of the people really like what I do, so I don't know why people like me, but I guess people like me, so I'm doing something right. One of my favorite series you had was Weeb Wars. What was the hardest part about making them?
Just time effort it took. Thinking of games, planning it out, getting in contact with people. It took ages.
I'm assuming like most of the people, I know how it goes with the talking to people, because you gotta manage time zones. You gotta manage what times it works for them. Are they a morning person? Are they a night person? Are they in a different country? You're not the only person I had in a different country. I'm assuming you're in a different country. I'm not positive. I had one. My second guest was in England, and I'm just like, okay, let's manage it. I think I can do this. Okay, you're here. You wake up at this time. I'll do that time. Okay, let's see here. And just always trying to, in the Weeb Wars, which one took the longest to record? Like, overall.
I think it was Too Spooky, because that took around 3 months to do, because, well, it was like I had to do a challenge and send it to him to see if he can one-up me. And it was like 5 different challenges, so that just took a while. Maybe 1 week he couldn't actually like respond, so he sent me footage like a week after that, and it just dragged on a ton.
Which one took the shortest amount of time?
I don't think. No, I mean, most of them don't take that long for recording. If it's just like sitting down and doing something, then it takes like an hour or something. But like, if you count all the preparing and editing, then none of them were short. I mean, I used to release like, I think maybe every 2 weeks, or 1 Weeb Wars a month. It's more like one video took around 30 hours to finish. So in that way, they were kind of long. But otherwise, if we had the game, we maybe record for an hour, and then I'd spend 20 hours editing and we'd be done.
That's actually a lot shorter than I thought it would be. I don't know why I said 3 months. I was just thinking of this Too Spooky one. Because I can imagine the editing didn't take long, but I'm assuming the recording took a lot longer.
Yeah, if you were to set up, I mean, I usually wouldn't just be contacting one person, setting it up, waiting like 2 weeks to record with them. It was kind of like taxing mentally, but I would have maybe 4 or 3 people who I spoke to at the same time. So sometimes I would record even 2 people a week, or maybe 3, just because I had to release 1 a month, and I couldn't wait for someone to send their stuff in a month later, or, I didn't know how they were with their free time.
I most definitely can see. What is your favorite challenge you've done on the Weeb Wars series?
I think it was, I'm going with Too Spooky, just because with him, I can't remember what I called the challenge, but it was like just having to one-up. Well, one of us would set a challenge, and then the other one would have to like one-up that challenge, like learn an anime opening on an instrument, and the other person would have to like do something a bit more impressive with playing it on an instrument or something. And the first to like 5 points or 5 different challenges would win. And I just liked it because there was so many different things to do with it.
I don't remember what the challenge was, but I know the first one to get all 5 letters or something like that, or lose all 5 letters, you would be the loser of the
I think
thing.
you had to spell out weeb or something, and if you lose a challenge, you get a letter.
I think it was weeb. I could be wrong. I actually watched it recently, and I'm blinking on the name because I watch all of them at once. I actually was watching each of them while I was making the interview. I was only planning on watching like 1 or 2, and then next thing you know, I forgot all about the interview sheet and just watched all your videos all at once. So I thought that was pretty funny. Was there any challenge that was not one of your favorites to do?
I think
I probably already know the answer, but
oh, okay. I think it was the weeb pun one, because it didn't translate that well into video, since I saw some people on YouTube like do it, but they did it face to face, so there was some kind of interaction. You could stare the opponent in the eyes, but the problem with us doing it with Dakota was that we actually couldn't stare each other in the eye. So one of us would look at the screen, and the other person would look at the webcam, and it might work, but like there wasn't that connection to make the other person laugh, so it didn't translate that well at all, and it was kind of a fail. But like, that wasn't his fault. I just could have done better job at preparing it. But what did you think?
the one I thought, which I actually thought you were gonna say, I thought the pun one would have been the second one, because I actually really enjoyed the pun video, just because there were some puns that were like, well, I'm a basic bitch, and that was funny. But the one I thought you were gonna say was when you had the Infinita one where you had to go around asking people to watch hentai.
Nah, that's fine.
That probably would have been my least favorite, just because
it was
I can't.
pretty
I can't.
cringe, yeah.
I couldn't do that. I legitimately, my entire being would like throw me off the cliff.
Yeah, it was hard. Oh yeah, I'd say that was one of the hardest ones to do, legit.
So that was the hardest one to do. Was there anyone that was harder, or just that one was the pinnacle of hard?
I'd say that was the pinnacle because like interacting with other people, going up to people, random people in the city, like nah. I never want to do that again.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that in the first place. I would have instantly given you the point.
I mean, I did get drunk, so that was fine.
I mean, getting drunk is one thing. I'm in America. You can't be 19 and drink, so it's a big oof. But between your two babies, season 1 and season 2, which one of those was your personal favorite? It's picking between your two babies.
Season 2? Fuck. I don't know actually. Cause season 1 was how it all began. It was a learning phase for me. It was interesting to test everything out and interact with people, and that's pretty much how I came into the community. But season 2 is has a bigger budget in a way, is more well produced and put together. So I couldn't really pick. Both have their flaws and pluses.
And that is the correct answer. I love how you actually like both the seasons, and if it would have been super easy to pick one, then it would have been I don't know how to phrase it, but having having the difficulty between picking the two is like picking a child. Who's your favorite child? I mean, I don't want children, but it would be hard. It would be hard. It's there's some videos where I'm like, do I like this one better or this one? Well, I like them both, though. Here you go. Me personally, I like them both. I mean, there was not one episode I didn't care about. There were some people I never heard of and still don't know of, but I really enjoyed each episode as I watched them. There wasn't any of them that I was like, why would you do and cringing at. I think the only one I would say I cringed at but found semi-hilarious because it wasn't me was the hentai video. Because I was like, I could never do that. That's what I was cringing at. I could never do that. But props to you guys. I mean, I can understand, it's really hard to actually do that, so. Have you had any plans in the future to do any more of them?
I don't know. Probably, maybe. I did plan season 3 out. I had, aesthetically thought up of a new way how it should look. Planned out all games. I mean, I prepared pretty much half a year. I spent half a year planning out what it should be, all the games and guests, but it's just... I also planned on making a lot more videos, which I haven't, so that's... I don't have it planned in the immediate future, but maybe sometimes, yeah.
Maybe sometime in the... not the earlier the
maybe
future,
next year.
Late future. Maybe next year. Maybe the 2 years after that.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, I'll be looking forward to any video you make, most definitely. I know the returning video you made was very hype for a lot of us. So I know even Nuts tweeted out, he's back. And I'm like, yes he is.
And then I'm gone again.
And then he's gone again. But I can understand why you haven't been back constantly, just because the editing alone on making the anime videos or just your own personal life, I can most definitely understand it's harder to get back into YouTube when you're constantly doing something else. So, you are deemed the legend among men, the ultimate GOAT, one of the best editors of all time, and an all-around great and funny guy by many. What is your response to that?
Thanks.
Perfect response. Perfect. 2020 is coming to an end really quickly. Do you have any final goals you would like to get done before the year ends?
Get the 2 videos edited that I have filmed right now.
Nice goal. Nice goal. We're on the final questions. The final 2 questions of my interview. What tips or advice would you give someone that is inspired to do YouTube, streaming, or I know you don't stream, but YouTube, editing for a YouTuber or anything like that?
Just do it. Nothing's stopping you. And if you're afraid of making a fool of yourself, remember, YouTube is very saturated. Nobody's gonna watch you, so who cares?
Actually, very good response. Very good response. I think that's one of my favorites so far. I like every response people are given to people. They're always not the same, and that's what I always like about asking that questions. Not everyone's gonna have the same response. Like my first guest, Cyanide, was like, "It. You gotta have the understanding that you may not make it. You may not make it. But if you do it, then will you have the regret of not doing it? No. You may be like, okay, I didn't make it, but at least you tried. You don't have the regret of saying, well, what if I actually tried? Would I be in the current situation I am? But you would never know because you never tried. And if you don't try, obviously that's going to eat at you because you're going to have regrets of it. And that's why I even told him, that's the reason I'm doing it. Like, I know it's going to be extremely hard. I have the passion to become full-time on YouTube or stream full-time. But it's hard. It really is hard. Because you got to get the views. You got to kind of share viewers from other YouTubers, other streamers. Because that's like one of the main things. But having the understanding that you may not make it and you always want to use this as like more of a backup plan at the end of the day. That's why I'm going for my degree in college. Because my degree in college is more my primary goal. While my secondary goal is this. But it's also, I think YouTube's more my primary goal. Because I want to become full-time. As my college degree is second time. Because at least I know one of them is more standard or more foreseeable in the near future. Just because I know the college degree will be able to take me someplace right now. Because obviously, I'm not the full-time YouTuber I want to be. So I can't really go anywhere with YouTube unless I hit that one video that brings a lot of people in. So, I haven't hit that video yet, but hey. I mean, with time, we'll tell.
It'll come.
So, number 25, my final questions. I guarantee you I've done more than 25 questions, but here we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our serious question. This one may blow your pants right off. Like Food Wars, how every time they eat like this godly meal, your clothes explode, and you just start orgasming. This question may do that. So, you have been... Who will win in a fight of pride? Vegeta or Zoro?
Zoro. He has green hair. Ain't nothing more prideful than that.
Most definitely a reasonable answer. Because I think Zoro is... You can most definitely tell it isn't just his pride that he carries. It's also the pride of his captain.
He's Nakama.
Have you read all of One Piece, or are you like...
I've seen like 300 episodes of anime.
So I won't go too far into this, but Zoro at one point declared to the captain, if you don't take on the role of the captain, I'm leaving the crew. And he kind of... That's his pride. Isn't just the pride of like, oh, I'm the greatest... I want to become the greatest swordsman, and I can't let you attack my back, because that's show me dishonor. I want you to attack me in the front, like the very first fight he had with Mihawk, where he died. He almost lost. He lost completely.
Where he died.
He lost with a butter knife. he died. That's the end of Zoro, people. But it was like one of those tellings of like, yeah, he isn't just about his own pride, but also the pride of Luffy. He's all about pride. That's like his character. He's very much so prideful. Where Vegeta is just his own pride. I mean. And now he's learned how to put that aside. Like, he put his family now first, then his pride. Like, I mean, you see him in, like, the Majin Buu's saga where he sacrificed himself. I don't know if you've seen that, but, I mean...
No. Yeah.
It's been years, so, I mean... Spoilers for that isn't, like, the biggest issue. Especially Dragon Ball. I usually never care to spoil Dragon Ball just because it's Dragon Ball. What do you expect? But yeah, that is the end of my interview with MudanTV. Do you have any final words for the people watching this?
Just, fuck.
Yeah, people, you heard it here. He said just fuck.
No.
You heard it here.
Use protection.
I mean, I don't have a problem with people doing it. Isn't my... I can't judge.
No, just use protection.
Yeah, there you go, people. Just use protection. Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. It's really been a pleasure, and I hope you had a good time.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. And for all you wonderful people, remember to fly high.